the important thing is that, when it does, you can go up to Lake Superior, and that's big enough so that you can see a ship disappear. But if you get a zoom lens, you can bring it back into focus. In other words, it didn't go over the curve. It just
it's a vanishing point.
Into the line of.
What if you use a camera with a wider lens that can capture more light to view it further, and you see that same thing of it disappearing?
It will disappear because of your perspective, and you can't see things forever. Like, why do you think you can see things forever?
I'm not saying I think I can
Okay,
see things forever.
but
The question was
if
cameras being able to capture enough light, 'cause that's all that when you see something disappear over that distance, it's the light bouncing off of it back to your eye. If you're using an aperture wide enough to capture enough light to reach all the way back to that distance.
That argues against what you're saying, because what you're saying is that it disappears over the curve. Mm-hmm. What we're saying is that it just disappears from our vision.
Right.
And so, you use the zoom lens, and it does reappear. It didn't go over the curve, because there isn't a curve.
But I'm asking if you used a wider lens and you saw...
we are using wider lens. We're using a P1000, which is the highest optical zoom lens available to civilians right now. It has a 125 optical zoom lens.
Okay.
Nothing on the market right now is more powerful that a civilian can observe.
So then you'll agree that after a certain distance, it goes beneath the horizon and
It does not go beneath it. You lose it because of your perspective.
No, not my perspective. The camera's.
Whatever. It's not because of the curve.
Because a camera wouldn't be able to bring it back if it went over a curve.
In the first
Right.
place.
So
Yeah,
it
because it
would
would be
go away.
invisible. You wouldn't be able to get no camera.
Exactly. It would go away because that's the point of
Because of
disappears.
perspective and
No,
the convergence point of the ground and the sky meeting together. This is taught to you in art class.
The line of convergence.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Okay, so what is the circumference of your ball Earth that you believe you live on, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, the radius?
I don't know.
So if you were to know, we could come up with a curvature calculation.
I mean, Archimedes did the same thing.
No, he didn't. No,
Yeah.
that's so. What you're saying is you're going to trust people you've never met before, hundreds of years ago, allegedly,
Made the
that did
foundation
something.
of math.
Have you verified it?
That math works? Yes.
Have you verified it?
That everything in math works?
No,
Yes.
math does not create reality. You can use it to make
Math is
observations.
based off of reality.
No, it's not.
How?
Because you can't see forever.
I'm not.
And you
arguing-
don't. How far is the sun away?
About 7 minutes away using the speed
In
of
miles. In miles, how far is it away? By mainstream science
light. You're
standards.
gonna trust. That was rude of me. I don't know how far away this is.
Okay, well, you would have to agree that it's 93 million miles away. How have you verified it being 93 million miles away?
I haven't.
Okay, so you have to take mainstream science's word for it, right?
I'm gonna trust people who spent a lot of time researching this.
Okay, is that any different than a person saying, well, I believe the Bible because somebody wrote the Bible and they taught me the Bible?
Oh yeah, it's not different. It's completely different because that's a book that was written by people a while ago.
So are your science books of Archimedes written a while ago?
But those things that they write in the math books are repeatable.
So how have you repeated the sun being 93 million miles away?
Because of the distance it'd take for a solar eclipse to go over the sun.
As far as math goes, if I tell you that I have $4 million and I spend $2 million today, how much money will I have tomorrow?
Probably $2 million.
But you see, I don't have $4 million. I didn't spend $2 million today. In other words, the math works out. The math works, but
Yeah, just ignore him. He wants to ignore us. So.
I'm sorry. There's a dog. I will talk in just a minute.
Yeah, because you've never seen a dog before. Maybe you should just carry on.
is that a pit bull?
I'm not obligated
No, you're being a
to.
bit rude.
I am
I'm
being a
trying
bit
to
rude
be-
because-
I'm trying to be cordial with you.
No, you're not. This
I
is
know I am. I'm not raising my voice.
this is you right here. I'm not obligated to give you any answers. If you want to
So then
believe you
why
live
are
on a
you-
spitting ball, that's fine.
Hey,
You do not have a teachable
I'm
spirit,
trying to be
so maybe you should go away.
polite.
I don't need your politeness. You just were not polite by petting a dog that you've never seen before.
Yeah, but I like the dog. I do that all the time.
Yeah, good for you.
Well, could you give us a reason to believe that the Earth is a round ball?
Yeah. The thing I just said about the
Other people.
ships,
Your faith that you have in other people.
the thing I said about the ships, the
I just told you the scientific reasoning behind that.
how airplanes work.
No, that's why they're called airplanes, because they're flying over a plane.
They're spelled differently.
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not. Type it in. Google your Google God and ask the Google God
I don't use
whatever you need to ask it. Or Siri or whatever.
I use like a homebrew search engine.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, because they're all different. Because they're not tracking you. They're not doing anything nefarious behind you. If you want to continue to believe what you want to believe, go ahead, man.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys coming out here, speaking your voice. Hope you guys have a great evening.
Yeah, don't act like you're better than us by complimenting. Have a nice day.
You too.
Need a break. Then they play the victim. Oh, I like the dog. You're being rude. Really? You just ignored her in the middle of a sentence. Oh, is that a dog? Can I pet your dog? I mean, give me a break, dude. And then he plays the victim. Why are you being so mean to me? Go play Fortnite.